Hello everybody and welcome to my second entry into my Pokemon Sleep Journal. Today is going to be my first day that you guys actually get to see the sleep session, so let's just get right into it. So, got my Snorlax here, got my team. As you can see, my team's a little different than it was yesterday, and it's still not really what you'd expect for Lapis Lakeside. I made a little change of plans, but we're not going to actually be collecting most of these guys' skills or their inventory stuff today, but we are going to tap the Entei. Oh, that's unfortunate. If you know what's going on here, then you'll know why not having a proc there is unfortunate, but double proc on the Gardevoir. That's most mornings with that inventory up L. I see that quite a bit, but we'll get right... Oh, gotta get my daily points. I like to collect these before I do my sleep research in case I need to buy biscuits, and I don't have many points. I'm pretty liberal with my sleep point spending, so I oftentimes have very little of those, so collecting all these things before can be necessary. Alrighty. Let's just get right into it. So, last night was the first night of the Good Sleep Day event, the one where they're advertising all the Clefairies. I don't know why it's different than other Good Sleep Day events. I think it's the first, exactly a year after the first one, but I got 100% sleep score. I typically do that. You'll see kind of why here. It bottoms out for the first, hour or so, and that's because I just leave it on my nightstand. So, yeah. Sleep was balanced last night. Wonder what I'm gonna see on Lapis. Okay, so it looks like only 7 Pokemon spawned, which is fair for Lapis, with only not even being in the Master rank yet, so... Ooh. Any new sleep styles? Nope, all stuff I've seen before. Nothing that I'm too interested in catching, actually. Pretty much have all these Pokemon except for Comfey, but Comfey isn't really that good, so... Oh, wait. No, there were 8 spawns. Oh, yeah, that's right. I used the World's Incense last night. Forgot about that. Nothing's hungry. Okay, cool. I guess out of the things here, I maybe want the Ralts the most. I've already got decent Dratinis. I've got a Dragonite that I've already invested up to being a Dragonite, and I've got another one that I want to invest in because it's got good berry finding potential, if anything. So, I guess we'll go for the Ralts. Who knows? Maybe I'll replace my shiny. I wouldn't want to do that, but if I catch a good enough one, then my shiny might become one that I only use in off weeks, or it might become the box. Who knows? That'll be it for today. Out of things here, the Dratini candy seems best to send. It's a rarer one since you have to be on Lapis, and it takes a lot because Dragonite's a pseudo, so. It's got Berry Finding, and it's got Speed of Help down. Well, it's got, nothing for skill triggers, so... Yeah, this gets candy. Now, see, we're not collecting on those guys because we want to possibly... I'll explain what I'm doing here, but first... So, if you don't know, there's a tactic in Pokemon Sleep called berry bombing. Sometimes called overstacking. And I'm currently trying to do that. I wasn't going to do that this week. I wanted to have a strong week because I just wanted to build up Dream Shards because I need them. I'm always feeling like I'm low on them. But with the Entei, or the other legends as well, Raikou, Entei, Suicune, you can also do it with an Arcanine or a Gallade. Gallade, I think, does it best of the non-legends, but the legends are really what you should be doing it with. You can use it to overstack their berries and carry them into the next week, because when they proc their skill, it actually goes over the inventory limit, and I happen to have a really strong Entei, so anytime that I do this, I'm probably gonna do it with Entei, and I'll just kind of show off this team that I'm using for that purpose. So the Entei here, this is actually just shown off by Nerf in a video that he posted the other day. Go check that out. I'll put a link to his channel in the description. But this Entei, it's got Skill Trigger M, Inventory Up L, first 2 sub-skills, which is where I got it right now. Unfortunately, I haven't had enough skill seeds to get it all the way to level 6 main skill. It's only on level 3 right now. But it's got, like, one of the best sub-skill for a Skillsmon in the first slot, and one of the best in the second slot, especially for the Legends, who have a relatively low trigger rate, so getting a double proc overnight is pretty rare without any sort of inventory boost. But as you can also see, I have the main skill up Nature, so really high percent chance to proc on a Legend, well, for a Legend. And then at level 50, Help Speed M, when I eventually get there, and just a bunch of Helping Speed from 50 to 100, which Helping Speed is good on everything. Like I said the other day, I think it's kind of underrated by the community. I think most players would want to see Skill Trigger S here instead of Help Speed M. And me personally, I actually prefer the Help Speed M, because if you do the math and actually get into the way that the calculations work, this Help Speed M actually will lead to more procs than Skill Trigger M. It doesn't make much sense because it says 14% here. It says 14% faster. When you get into the math of how the 14% faster works, it works multiplicative with the Skill Trigger, which doesn't actually say how much it is. It's 36%, by the way. It's 18% if you have Skill Trigger S. So, because it works multiplicatively instead of additively, the Help Speed M actually helps out more for overall procs than Skill Trigger S would. So I actually like seeing Help Speed M there. The only way I think this could be better is if the level 100 was Skill Trigger S, but that's such a minor thing that I'm never ever going to catch another Entei, because there's no way I'm getting that. Help bonus is one of the best skills in the game, so yeah. I'm running him to overstack my Pokemon. Now, I wanted to have at least 3 fire types, because that's when you really start actually seeing boosts from the fire type bonus, so I ran Clyde. Now, he's named Clyde because I ran him alongside another Typhlosion that I have for Entei week that I named Bonnie, because one was male, one was female. I don't know, they looked menacing, so I named them Bonnie and Clyde. It's got Berry Finding and the Speed of Help of Nature. Can't go wrong. Pretty simple here. And then the Arcanine. Not too good, but I invested because it had Berry Finding S, and it was like the only Growlithe that I had. He's really got nothing going for him except the Berry Finding, but honestly, using him for the purpose of overstacking, you just want Berry Finding is all you're really looking for, because you're not tapping him for his skill. You're just trying to overstack those berries. So, honestly, not that bad. Despite being bad on paper, I wouldn't invest in this guy, typically speaking. But Arcanine's not a very good Pokemon anyway, so he's kind of outclassed by Entei. So, just having that Berry Finding just to get more berries on him. And my other Typhlosion doesn't have Berry Finding, so... And if I put it in, then I'd have one less species of fire types, so it would make it weaker procs. So, I'm fine having the weaker Arcanine for just having berry finding on it. It's like a bargain bin Typhlosion. So, and then my last one, my Pikachu. I showed this off yesterday. It's just good. It doesn't strengthen the Proxivente, but it's going to produce really strong berries being level 60. So, just having it there to overstack on is good. I don't really have another berry Pokemon. I could run my Typhlosion, I guess, which my other Typhlosion, Bonnie, but she's got only 2 berries with each help, and I guess they're double the value on top. You know, maybe I could run some calcs to figure out if that's worthwhile. But and my Gardevoir, I showed this off yesterday as well. So yeah, given that, I don't think there's really anything else I wanted to do today. I'll feed Snorlax breakfast, but I'm not really working to part of a Discord, part of Nerdheart. I'm not really looking to actually make strong meals this week, but if I have them available, I'll do them. This is the tea that I was talking about. It's actually pretty strong, despite looking rather weak, but it looks like this is going to be the only time I'm going to be able to make it, because I'm not really collecting ingredients this week, now that I've switched my plan to berry bombing for next week. I originally wanted a strong week, but then swapped my plan. Yeah, we're just going to hold all the other ingredients and just make the base tea. So the reason why I changed my strategy was because... Oh, of course! Of course! Wow. It's a 1 in 10 chance. And the one time that I don't put any filler ingredients, it does that. Okay. Yeah. So the reason why I'm changing my strategy is just because I got to thinking about the XP event, or the sleep style event next week, and I watched a video by Brovini specifically. Once again, I'll put a link to his channel in the description. And he talked about how you should want to have a big boost at the start of the week. And even though I wasn't really planning on doing much, to prep for this sleep style event, because I have plenty of sleep styles. I mean, if I go back into here and I look at how many sleep styles I have, I've got 445. I don't need any more. That's a lot. You need 340 to unlock the old gold powered plant that's coming out soon, so I have more than 100 over that, but I still wanted to min-max the usage of it, so... And who knows, maybe I'll see some sleep styles that I'll never get a chance to see again, really, so... I only got 49 friends right now. If you want to leave a friend code in the description, or in the comments, if I see one, I'll add you. Otherwise, I will probably be finding someone eventually in one of the Discords that I'm a part of. So, but yeah, for the sleep style event, it's really best if you have a stronger drowsy power at the start of the week, because then you have more nights where you have the potential to see new sleep styles if you are someone who's gotten all the basic ones pretty well. I've been using the Sleep Dex portion of the Rain on X calculator, which I can show off right here, to kind of document all the sleep styles that I've seen. And yeah, I can see all the ones that I'm missing as I kind of go along, and my intention is to go to top next week. Now, my reason for top is 2 reasons. 1, Fireberry, good with my overstacking, and 2 is because I am still missing quite a few sleep styles here. I believe there's 44 that I'm missing. Well, yeah, you can see that right here. 184 out of 28, 228. I'm missing more sleep styles at Greengrass and Lapis, where I'm missing 47. But there's only a 3 sleep style difference, and I think I can get better heights at top than I can at Lapis and Greengrass. Well, Greengrass I can definitely reach higher heights, but it kind of depends on the random berries, and I specifically am targeting the 3-star Entei. Now, I should be able to reach Master 16 with my 2 Typhlosions. I've run the calcs. for my teams. And if I reach Master 16, then I'll be well past the point where I can see 3-star Entei. And I have my Entei incense from the Entei event. I wish I still had my Raikou one, because I didn't get 3-star Raikou, but I used it over the anniversary when I hit Master 20 over the anniversary, and it didn't give me the 3-star. It just gave me a 1-star, so kind of got wasted there. But yeah, this is really the sleep style that I'm gunning for. Those 3-star sleeps on the legendaries are just so valuable. It cannot be understated. So, and there's other sleep styles in here as well, but if we kind of go down here, we'll see that the first sleep style that is available for me to get that I don't already have is at Great 5. So I'm gonna need a little bit of boost at the start of the week. I should be able to reach that by day 1, but Charmeleon and Quilava, and they're 4-star sleeps, so they're competing with each other as well. You'll notice a lot of these that I'm missing are 4-star sleeps. The first 3-star sleeps are Vulpix and Fuecoco, and I am looking for a good Vulpix. I would like a Ninetales. It'd be just great for when I do this overstacking strategy, because using the Bearing Fighting S Arcanine is kind of a bandage to a more long-term problem. I would love to get one of these guys, because then I'd have 2 Berry Finders to stack with Entei, which would just be a 50% boost to that double slot, to that second slot whenever I do this overstacking. So almost as impactful. Well, maybe not quite as impactful, but pretty impactful, especially in comparison to skill level, especially to get that skill level up there, because I would like to get the Entei to level 6. It's currently where I'm investing all my seeds. So, and the way that I said that we'll get to Master 16, I do a lot with the team analysis. I pretty much live in the team analysis of this website, so I always like to go on a conservative energy curve, and you can see my settings here. I tell it 3 hours and 10 minutes, not because that's how often I actually check it, but I like to play it a bit more conservative as well, to get a conservative estimate of how much sleep power I'm going to get. This, I haven't really quite figured out what it does. I know that I just know that if I leave it at 1, I find it's more accurate. I know that it has something to do with the way helping bonus is calculated, but I've read up on it, and I don't quite understand what it does in the team setting. I feel like it shouldn't make any change, because from what I read, it's individual, but I leave it on anyway, and it gives me a little boost to the estimate. So, this is roughly when I usually am in bed. I try to make exactly 8.5 hours, because that's how I usually am. I try to get 8.5 hours of sleep, well, in the game, whether or not I'm actually getting them. So yeah, this is the team that I'm planning on running next week, most likely. I don't know what dish I'm going to be making, because I haven't seen what dish I'm going to get next week. I'm not intending to spend any travel tickets. It's not really an event that I want to waste resources on. I'm just doing a little bit of prep. So I just put in my strongest Pokemon, said no meal bonus to get a rough estimate of like a low ball of where I might end up, and as you can see, Master 16. I'm also not spending a good camp ticket either. So, yeah. Low ball estimate, I'll end up Master 16, which is well beyond the point to see that 3-star Entei. So, I'm really hoping that the RNG's in my favor. So, and this is also low ball because this doesn't account for the Berry Bomb that I'm doing. So, yeah. Well, that's about all that I have for today. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I hope you come back tomorrow. So, have a wonderful day.